Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Friday, December 6th. I hope everybody's having a great morning. The heat map just changed over. It's just a little flat. Nvidia's a little down, Meta's a little down, Tesla's up, and everything else is kind of flat right there. So we'll go through them bad boys. Let's see if it sets up at all. And let's go through our Jolie's jumpers. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. And let me hop on in here and get to our Jolie's jumpers real quick. And here we go. What do we have? ADD. Let's see what ADD's up to. We have ADD right here. It's up 94 cents, it looks like. And here we go. Let's see. It went 467 to 1049, and it's back at 480. I mean, what a run. And just to be only up a couple cents there is pretty wild. So, yeah, that's ADD. So, people on Webbull trading that bad boy were having fun this morning because that thing was cruising up there. Agrify, this one's just kind of sitting there. It looks like it crossed through. I didn't want to look at this. It did cross through, but it is staying at that 20. It looks like it's going to be bottoming out and trying to set back up. So keep an eye on that AGFY. We'll try to find the bottom on that bad boy. ASAN. This one's jumped way up here. ASAN. And let's see what this is up to right here. That's up. It was up yesterday, and then this morning, 1858 to 1964. There you go. That looks good. ASAN, that's running up there. BITO, that might be pulling back here as crypto is looking kind of red this morning. It is pulling back down 23 cents. So we'll just see how that's going to look, and we'll go through our crypto, but it is pulling back this morning. And BLNK, that one was setting up here. Let's see what it's trying to do. BLNK, and it's going to get back over that 160 and start to move. So it's getting set up again to get moving, and that's BLNK and BTCS. Let's see what BTCS is up to. This one is also pulling back. It was bullish yesterday. And the minute that the crypto goes and turns around, this goes right back down. So BTCS is pulling back right here, so we'll keep an eye on that bad boy as well. And BTCT could be pulling back. Yes, it is. And that's down 326 this morning, it looks like. Let's take a look at it. BTCT, and it sure is 1384. It got up to 1398 and came down to 1192. It's at 1240 right now. So that's come right down, and they're all setting up. They're taking that nice dip, and like we were saying last night, couldn't even tell how it was going to set up. But I also did say that I could see that it would be a little bit of pullback, and it is starting to pull back right there. So CAMP camp for, let's see. 772. What did this do? Oh, yesterday it ran 593 to 1080, and today it just opened up at 772. It's just kind of sitting there. So that's CAMP. It's just camped out doing nothing right now. CDIO, let's see what that's up to. That was running yesterday. We know that. We were going over at CDIO, and it ran up yesterday 32 to 64, and today it's just opened at 57. It came down to 48, and now it's at 52. So CDIO, it doesn't look terrible, to be honest with you. That one could still move a little bit, so keep your eye on that. CHSN, this one looks like it's pretty solid right here. CHSN, this one is moving. Um, that's yesterday's date, but it was cruising yesterday, and it looks like it's going to keep the momentum. 770 to 956. It's at 907 right now. So keep an eye on that. CHSN and DJT. Trump media is down 6 cents, so it looks like it could be a little pullback day. I don't know. They could change around right here, but did run up yesterday to 36.76, and it is at 33.71 right now. So it would have closed at yesterday, 33.51. Ah, it's right there. So nothing too crazy right there with DJT and DRUG. That one is pulling back too. It was trying to curl up and get crazy. I guess it's going to come down to that 34 area, maybe even lower. So it's at 39.15. Check for that for a nice little pullback. And DXYZ here. Let's see this bad boy. This thing just keeps running up. We were trying to catch a dip on it, and it just didn't want to, and it is going up. So it's at 53.20 and just keeps moving. But let it run up there in the top, and then it will definitely pull back like most of these are, and then you can catch that better pricing. And it might not be that great a pricing as it comes down. It could be in the 40s. So it's at 53. And again, you're trying to catch a dip and it didn't do it. It kept going up. And sometimes that's just the way it works. And then you find a better price if you like it. So that's how they work. ERNA. This one looks like it's going to try to get set up. Let's see what it's doing today. It did spike up the other day on the 4th, which was Wednesday. Yesterday, 30 to 32, back to 25, and today it's just today it's just sitting 29, and it went down to 28. That's an interesting look, but looks like it's trying to set up ERNA. So I'll check that bad boy out. GFAI, we looked at this. It was running up yesterday there. And let's see what it's doing this morning. 154 to 155. It's down to one. It came down to 149, but it's at 153. So nothing too crazy there. And that could continue to move, that GFAI and that GXAI. Let's see that one, GXAI. This one ran up too. That was a nice little setup right there for GXAI. And it was running up yesterday, 130 to 206. And this morning it ran 211 to 269. It's back to 191 right now. It got down to 177. So again, if you're messing with these smaller ones, you got to know that you're going to maximize your profits between at 4 a.m. So you got to know that you're getting up to trade these bad boys, or it's not worth really jumping in to watch them jump up like that and not really be able to trade them. So HUT up 43 cents. That one's just kind of going flat right there. It was trying to set up. I could see this one starting to pull back right there as crypto is pulling back. LEV, we were looking at this last night or yesterday, and LEV was running up yesterday, and it went 35 to 66, and this morning 56 to 60, and down to 43. So there you go with that. That pulled back. LIPO, Lapella Pharmaceuticals, and this bad boy is cruising up, huh? It was yesterday, 276 to 356, and today 315. It's just sitting there. So it was moving yesterday, LIPO. It could continue to move. You have to look at that as it opens. Not moving much right now. NCL was another one that we were looking at that was getting set up here. And let's see what that did. It ran up yesterday, 26 to 39 and 32 to 33. It's at 33 right now. So NCL looking good still. What is that? ORIS. Let's see, ORIS. That one was that yesterday? It ran like crazy. Holy cow. This one ran like crazy yesterday. ORIS 836 to $57. Oriental Rise Holdings went nutty. And then today it's sitting at 1102 and got up to 1150, down to 892, and now it's at 1099. So that's a crazy one right there. That ran like way in the top and came right down. ORIS, what a wild one that is. And let's see what else do we have here. PGHL, that was starting to move there. Let's see what it's doing today. Let me take a look and see if it's still up here. 244 to 258. That should be today, yeah. And it got down to 160 something. So there you go with a nice dip. Remember, dip and rip, guys. So there you go with that bad boy. It looks like it wants to dip some more right there. And it says it's at 166. So that's really nice to keep on being patient with that bad boy. That's why you just stay patient and keep looking at them. Just keep watching them pull back. That plug power's up today, PLUG. I gave you this one early and said it was going to run, and it is. It ran up yesterday up to 256, and this morning it's at 242 to 250. So, and it closed at 240, or it's at sitting at 247 right now. Not closed, it's just starting. And that's at PLUG plug Rivian, RIVN. This one's moving up this morning as well, and we knew it was setting up. It ran up yesterday, today 1250 to 1253, came back to 1248. I guess it's just sitting around. It looked like it was running up on FinViz, but I guess not. It's just sitting there. But that's still setting up. Rivian, RMSG, Real Messenger, and this guy, let's see, RMSG. It is not doing anything yet. It's at 163 to 166 yesterday. Came back down. So again, they run up and then they fall back down lower than the price they were as they make this big curl, and it is making that big curl. Sezzle, SEZL. This was dipping down and it's trying to get moving there. Let's see. I don't know. It did dip down. That could be its base yesterday or 2 days ago on the 4th. Yesterday it went 365 to 388. It's at 373. So keep an eye on the Sezzle if it wants to curl back up and it still has a ton of room. Could want to. I'll watch it today and see what it wants to do. It looks like the market could be red. I didn't click back over to see what it's doing, but we will in a minute. SOS. Let's see what that was doing because that one was running the other day. And yesterday it did 1105 to 1275 and came down to 846 and closed at 9, not doing anything now. So that needed some SOS yesterday. STRL. This is Sterling Infrastructure, and this one's pulling that back. So a lot of pullback here this morning. And yeah, yesterday it was 198 to 201 and came to 191, and today it's at 193.50 just sitting there. So looks like it could pull back. We'll have to keep an eye on everything today and see what's going on. SYM, this one's curling up really nice right here. SYM. Yeah, that's a nice curl up. It ran yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it ran 26.48 to 31.08. Today it's just sitting at 28.93. Got to 28.99 and it's at 28.20. So it's sitting in 20s and curling up, not looking bad there. Keep your eye on SYM. TOI. This one ran up yesterday, was it? A couple days ago. Let me look at it on mine. It's easier. Hold on. TOI. Here we go. 2 days ago, it ran up on the 4th. On Wednesday, yesterday, it went 18 to 21 and closed at 18. And today, it's just sitting at 18. So we'll see. It does look like it wants to try to get moving. We'll have to take a look at that one. And that's at TOI. UPC. Let's see what UPC's up to. Universal Pharmaceuticals. UPC. Let's see. Here, let me type it in here. Here we go. This one was running up today, huh? 129 to 451 at 347. Keep your eye on this bad boy. It's looking pretty decent right there. So UPC's a nice little jumper right there. So keep an eye on that. ZBAO. Let's see. I think we looked at this yesterday. Didn't I just pop this out? I wrote it down, didn't I? ZBAO. Look at that. Oh yeah, it started to run in the after hours. I saw the chart and it was already running. That's right. Let's see. I think it ran up more. It did. Yesterday it closed at 660. Today it opened at 650 and ran up to 9. So there you go. Remember, I just picked this one out right on the scanner yesterday and didn't even know it was running up in the after hours. But there you go. It's ZBAO. I just remembered the letters. Zone, ZONE. I know we looked at this recently, not long ago, and this one is cruising too. This one's getting into the zone, it looks like. Yesterday it was moving 131 to 172, and it's at 150. Not doing anything yet this morning, but not looking bad either. So keep an eye on ZONE and ZSPC. Let's see what Z Space. This one's a brand new one. It looks like opened up yesterday and went from 580 to $32. 32.69 and now it's at 17.66. Actually it's at 15.52. Let me look at this on mine. This is one of them USA education and training companies. What is it? ZSPC. Yeah, this thing's nutty. 580 to 32.69, and then today 1720 up to 1872, down to 1607, and that's where it's at. That's pretty wild one to open up yesterday. So there you go at ZSPC, and that's our Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie, for them. And let's take a look at Elf and see what that's doing. If it's Elf on the shelf, here we go up 352. And yesterday was that beautiful pullback. So Elf is looking good, and I mean, it was looking good the other day. It just pulled back. Today it's not even showing me anything on mine yet, but it is on Finviz. I'm telling you, these charts are crazy anymore. It does say it's up 352 right here, or $3.52. So it does look like it's bouncing here in the pre-market. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And here we go. Let me take a look. SVMH. Let's see what that's up to this morning. SVMH. And that is looks like it's green and wants to continue to move right there. Let me see. Today is the 6, 4 to 5, down to 3, and it's at 4, and just a little pullback, nothing crazy. It could get running still, SVMH. It doesn't look bad. I know we were looking at it, so and been looking at it for a while. What's CHYI? I don't even know what that is. That must be like an OTC or something. CHYI? Yeah, that one's well, I couldn't say this if I had to. Holy cow, look up what that name is. It's like CHYK. It's like CHY King Young is what it is. And INVT Dev Holdings. I've never even seen a crazy company name like that before. But anyway, it must be an OTC or it's coming up on mine. Had a big dip the other day on the second its high it opened at 630 and it came down to 223. And today it's sitting at 524. It looks like it's just dipping down. I'd have to look at it as it approaches that line to see if it wants to roll off there. But that's at CHYI for you. And yeah, that one's got a crazy name for sure. And let's see what else is going on. Let's look at Tilray. Laptop Travel said that he figured out the cryptic message on that Roaring Kitty thing, and it did have a 420 and I think a 109. I was just looking for his message. I didn't see it, but I'll look and see. But yeah, I'm telling you, Tilray is looking great, and it's curling up and looking really, really, really good right there. So I would keep an eye on it. 131 to 130 today, but it is looking solid, guys. And it ran up yesterday, and it's sitting right there at the bottom. I've done plenty of high on Wall Streets on this company. I know it very, very well. Um, they are a Canadian company that does cannabis, but they also buy up alcohol companies. So they own a bunch of um, craft beer companies and stuff. So they're like way into that, and yeah, that's got to be them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's at this yeah Breckenridge Distillery. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, they buy up a bunch of like I said, beer companies, and their philosophy is as cannabis gets bigger and federally legal, they'll introduce the actual the drinks, and they'll be way ahead of the game, and they do really well with them drinks. And so yeah, Tilray, a really good company, and like I say, a very smart company to kind of diversify and see the future. So they do have some really good management there. Like I said, I know the company pretty well. And so Tilray definitely setting up here, and we'll see what happens with it. But like I said, let me look. I'm trying to find the laptop travel thing, and I don't even see it. And I know I was just looking at it earlier. What did it say? I don't even know where it's at. Let me see real quick. Let me see what he said. Oh yeah, here he cracked the Roaring Kitty cryptic tweet. Tilray is a cannabis company, and 420 is set to release earnings January 9th. And it does say 109 and 420 at the bottom of that computer. So you very well could be on to something there, laptop travel, that's for sure. And yeah, it is looking good. Tilray does look really good. So TLRY, keep an eye on it. Let's look at MSOS real quick and see what the cannabis sector is up to here. It's at 417, and it looks like that MSOS looks just like Tilray, actually. Holy cow, that's pretty wild. I mean, they look exactly alike. So that looks really good. So I would say something's going on with the cannabis sector. I almost think that the Trump could probably do something with the cannabis sector. So who the heck knows what he'll do? And I don't think he's going to go against it, knowing that the majority of the public enjoy it and want it clearly. And so I could see him voting, even changing it and making it federally legal or something like that, and changing laws and making banking laws. He's all about business and making things better. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. But they are set up. I could see it happening, even though it's not a really hardcore Republican thing. He just takes, he just looks at things that work and what people want, and then you just apply it. I mean, it's kind of look at reality and see what goes on. So there you go with that. We'll see what happens with cannabis. I'm always watching it, of course. The SPY is down 19 cents, 606.51. So nothing real crazy right there. It's just like teetering at that top, running flat right there. Let's look at our Mag 7 and see what they're up to. Or well, let's look at GameStop. That's up 19 cents. I think AMC might have came down. It did. I think AMC was pulling back. It ran up in the after hours yesterday, and then you had a big dip this morning. It looks like it came 529 to 430. It's at 476. So it did run up to 556 yesterday, and it's at 477 right now. So I don't know what's going on with AMC right there, but it definitely took a little dip after the after hours run. And let's look at Chewy real quick and just see what they're up to. And that's just sitting there at like 3107. Now let's look at our Mag 7 NVIDIA. That's down 26 cents, nothing too crazy. It was bouncing around yesterday. It just kind of went flat right there as it's about to hit the line. So maybe it'll just stay flat. We'll see what it wants to do. But it is setting up. Apple is down 10 cents, nothing crazy. Another one just flat right in the top. So I think we're going to have to see how they actually open up today. Google's down 31 cents, like, flat, just sitting flat as it's curling up. I mean, they all have that same flat look right now. Amazon, AMZN. That's up 75 cents. And that even has a flat look as it's trying to get into the top. That's pretty wild. And Meta, I wonder what the heck's going on here. And Meta is just pulling back here. So it's at 608. It's down a little bit. Could be trying to get curled back up. I'll keep an eye on Meta and see what it wants to do. Microsoft's been running up and it's now pulling back. It's just flat right there at the top. Something's weird's going on here. And Tesla is curling up and up $4. So Tesla still looks good and is cruising, but almost flat there as that hits the top too. So just very intriguing right there. And like I said, it's kind of just mostly flat right there, like they look. Amazon and Tesla are up, and then the rest of the market is flat, just as the way the charts look. I mean, it's pretty bizarre. That UPC did run up, that Universal Pharmaceuticals. Let's look at SV or SMX. Let's check this bad boy out. There you go. It's running back up here. Let's take a look at it. SMX. Let's see. It ran up the other day up to what, 75, and today it's 32 to 53. It's at 51 and looks really strong. So keep an eye on that SMX. That could be moving. And how about that Jess Brands, JFBR? We've talked to, remember I told you this thing bounces around a lot. It's running up today as it curls up. So keep an eye on Jess Brands, JFBR. And it looks like he was moving this morning, 241 to 528. Like I said, this thing runs around every single day. You could easily trade that every day. JFBR. So keep an eye on that. That thing's running way up there. SOUN's pulling back a little. LEV, we looked at. ADD, we saw. ZBAO, I picked that right out on the scanner last night, and it was already moving, but it ran up some more. ALBT, this one's at Avalon Globo Care, remember? This guy, I always thought it was a flooring company. This thing ran up big today. ALBT, 311 to 546, and yeah, we were always looking at it down here in the twos. So this thing just went ballistic. ALBT, that would have been a big pop for you. And we had looked at that bad boy. Maybe we looked at it before the split. I don't really remember, but I used to always think it was a flooring company. That PGHL. Let's see what you're up to this morning. I know we looked at it, but it just looks like it's doing something different right now. I can't really tell. It did pull back yesterday, 172. It's at 164 right now. So yesterday, that 131 is probably going to be your bottom, and we'll see what it wants to do today. PGHL, let me just see on here. Whoop, PGHL. Let's see if it's trying to curl up here. What did it say? 164, right? And this one did say 164. All right, so we're at 164 right there. We'll watch and see if that bad boy wants to get curled up there. And what else is going on? Not a whole lot. RGTI looks like it's probably going to be, it's flat at the top, but be coming back down. That BAH or BHAT, B Hat, Blue Hat Interactive. This one's trying to set up here, so keep your eye on that bad boy right there. And like I said, AMC is down this morning. XTIA, let's see what you're up to right here. That's just kind of flat at the bottom, but again, still looks good to try to set up here. I don't know what it's waiting for. It is at 4 cents and it needs to get up over that five. It was looking like it wanted to the last few days, and it just kind of looks a little flat today. It don't look like a whole lot going on. Let's take a look at our crypto and see what that's up to real quick. See what crypto's doing this morning. Let me take a look. Crypto is pretty red. Bitcoin's at 98,244. And let's take a look at the chart and see because it was looking much better last night. So let me see what that chart looks like here. That don't look bad at all. So yeah, it's just getting set up here. Pulling back, making room, getting set up. Nothing crazy. Ripple's at 229. That had some nice pullback from that top area. And that's just going to get set up down here. Yesterday, I think, was its bottom. So I think you're going to start setting up. That 10 is starting to get up there to meet it. And then the 30's coming up too. So that's Ripple. Solana's at 233. And that one's just sitting on what, the 10 or the 10's coming down for it. It came back down. Well, it's just kind of sitting right there. The 10 and the 30 are going to meet up, it looks like. We'll have to see. It looks like that'll probably shoot it off. Cardano's at 116, and this one is just kind of basing out up here, it looks like. It's hitting that line, trying to crawl through. Maybe Cardano will pull back. I'll take a look at that today. Doge is at 42. Nothing crazy here. And let's see. Doge looks like it's ready to start getting cruising again. Just making some room on the chart for that next run up for Doge. Chainlink's at 23.28. And that one is just kind of making that base up there, it looks like, and trying to stay up in the top right there. So not looking bad. Let's look at WIF because that one was looking really good. And that is up some more, up 5 cents at 336. And like I said, that was looking great yesterday. And it's curling up. It's trying to curl through there. We'll see if it gets through, but it looks really good. Let's look at Bonk real quick and see what that's up to. BONK, just down a hair right there. And that one's hitting right in between your 10 and 30, and they're getting to meet up. Let's look at Sheeb real quick and see what that's doing. It's down a little bit, and I'm telling you, this thing wants to get set up. It just keeps trying to get set up and then pulling back. It came out of 70, and I'm telling you, it's going to curl back up and get cruising again. So that's SHIB, good old Sheeb. And there you go with our crypto right there. Let me take a look at the messages, see what you guys want to see on this Friday morning. Not a whole lot happening, I guess. And let me take a look and see what you guys want to look at here. Let me see. Let me see. Laptop Travel said he thought AMC was going to run, and I thought so too. And then all ALBT and MSOS, UBot, they might be there, and Oxy. Let's look at Oxy. Let's take a look. That is trying to cruise back up. Like I said, Oxy's going to be a really good one. I'm going to take a look at that today and see because it looks like that bottom was there yesterday. Um, right there at that 48.45, and you're at 48.57. So that one could be a really good one right there, OXY. And let's look at that DJT and see what it's doing this morning. I know we were looking at it. I thought it was down. It says it might be up now. So that's why we have to see how this market even opens. 34, 35, and it got down to 33.73. So it has pulled back a little bit, DJT, but not looking terrible there. And then PSQH. Let's take a look at that. That one took that nice dip too, and looks like it's pulling back. We'll have to see if that's making a base right here. So we'll keep an eye on PSQH as well and see what that's up to. Lulu popped after the earnings. You said, wow, yes, it did. 31.79. It was looking good, but again, I'm just not messing with earnings. I can't tell. It looked like, to me, it looked like it was going to come back down. So I'm telling you, you could just play the opposite of what I see, and you might be safe on earnings because it just gives me the weirdest look ever, and then it pops up and I think it's going to come down, but Lulu is way up there. And there you go, ALBT up there. And let's see what Elf is still doing right here. Let's see if it's still bouncing up Elf. Yeah, it's still trying to move up there. So Elf is still looking like Elf on the shelf is trying to move. And what it do? 136 to 73. Oh, and it's at 133. So it actually ran up and pulled back a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on this Elf. But it is setting up, I'm telling you, Elf Beauty Inc. And it's looking pretty good. So keep an eye on that bad boy. And there you go. And I'm not sure what this one is. Something to a dollar. I don't know what you guys are even talking about there. Let me see. I have no idea. But anyway, there you go, guys. I would say that's a good little pre-market. Let me see what's happening on stock twits for you real quick. See if anything's going on. AMC is obviously trending as it's pulling back. SOUN's pulling back. Uber, remember I said that last night. Uber had that huge dip, and I would take a look at it. I don't know what happened with Uber, but it did dip really, really well yesterday, and that's probably that bottom down there at 64.28. It's at 65.87, and 2 days ago it was in the 71, 72 area. So keep an eye on Uber, not looking bad. UNH, what is that? Let's see. There's a United Health Group. That thing's probably getting shorted down like crazy, I bet, after that. I mean, wow. Yeah, that's way down. It's at what, 608 to 573. It's at 580 right now, United Health. I mean, it's a shame the CEO lost his life. That's kind of crazy. It's also pretty crazy how much online is like basically, like half the people are happy about it and half the people are like, wow, that's sick. And anytime you take out someone's life, that's pretty sickening. Clearly you don't agree with the company and what they do and maybe even his decisions in the company, but that's a little bit far-fetched and crazy. People's lives aren't worth all that. And yeah. But I think you're about to see things change in the healthcare because clearly, I mean, it just divided the country, and clearly people are pissed off. So, what's going on in our healthcare? And rightfully so, because our healthcare is a disaster, just like everything else was under this administration, this past administration. Everything became a complete disaster, and I mean a complete disaster. So, healthcare was right there with it. I know you guys heard me talking about it before. You couldn't, like literally, you can't even go see a doctor. You can't do anything. Like our healthcare system is terrible right now, and hopefully it gets much better because, trust me, I definitely know I suffered a brain injury 17 months ago. I've seen more doctors and everybody. It's a disaster. Trust me. You don't want to get injured now. It's you don't even want to show up at a hospital. It's scary because it's like, oh my goodness, no one's doing anything right. Let's put it that way. BITF, that Bit Farms. Let's see what that's up to. Here we go. BITF. It's just pulled back a little bit, 211 to 209 at 210. But yeah, I think this thing's going to get set up. And that bottom, like I said, looks like it was at 193. So just watch for any pullback on Bit Farms. And it is curling up and looking really good right there. So Luis Rodriguez, he knows what he's looking at. And it looks really good right there. So there you go, guys. I would say that's a pretty solid pre-market. Jolie's jumpers. There wasn't many laptop lowdowns. I don't think. I didn't see a whole list, but it's Friday anyway, so it's all good for that. And we did our crypto, our big caps, and everything like that. And like I said, the heat map, Microsoft's up, Nvidia's down a little. Google's just kind of flat. Meta's down. Amazon, Tesla are both up, and Apple's kind of down. So it's just like all over the place right now. Not a whole lot going on, and that UPC is up real big in ALBT and ZBAO and Jeff's brand. So and GXAI, ADD, and that RBRK. Let's take a look at that bad boy real quick. Rubric or something. What is it? Rubric. RB something. What did I even say? RBRK? Here it is. It was running up yesterday. It was at 52.66 to 64.98, and this morning it ran up some more, 67.97, and then it came down to 65.82. But it did close at 64.70 something yesterday, so it did gap up higher, and it's still up there. So there you go with our pre-market, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Let me know if you guys want to see anything today. I'll keep my eye on things, see what's happening here because they're all over the place, especially like AMC. That looked like it was great last night and then has a big pullback. So I have no idea what's going on with that this morning. So I'll check into that. And actually, let's just see if there is any news on it. I don't even know what the heck's going on there. It doesn't say anything, just GameStop stores after Roaring Kitty tweet. So there you go, guys. I would say that's a good pre-market for us. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Asian Jolie, thank you for the Jolie's jumpers and laptop travel for all your help and everybody else that tunes in. Joseph Coate, how are you this morning? W. Lewis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Tommy Quid, Sherry and Bong Pri Chan, my buddy he goes by Bo Jameer, I'll just say. Denny, how are you this morning, brother? Mama and Freedom, what did I say? Freedom Fighter, that's what it is. And Barbara Nicholas and my buddy Jesse, how are you, bro? Jesse Vicko's on there, and he's a great veteran as well. Has a really, that's the guy I tell you about that has that great non-charity, non-profit for the veterans, the outdoor adventures, and does a lot of great things for them. So have a great day, bro, and everybody else. Have a great day, and let me know if you want to see anything. I'll be posting and keeping you updated on crypto and everything else. So have a good day, locking those profits and trade smart on a Friday, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.